Damn, Latimo, you just coming up in here? Are you? Did you only come here so you could get been on the YouTube for the sub? Is that why you here, bro? You over there too? Is that what you setting up? You setting yourself up over here, bro? I see you, dog. Nah, I'm playing with you, brother.
He does have a bunch of issues.
Bro, it's crazy because remember what? If you guys remember what Mike Ross said, as the game progresses, Axel will fall lower and lower on the tier list to the point where he's the worst character of the game. he made it. Yo, what's good, guys? So today we're going to talk about a tier list, but not just a regular tier list. We're going to talk about somebody else's tier list, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you my thoughts on how I feel about it. It was such a great video, so make sure you guys go ahead and check them out. But look, before we jump into it, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and let me know how you guys feel about this video, how you feel about this tier list. Do you guys agree with this tier list? Do you guys agree how I feel about this tier list and things like that? You let me know in the comment section below. Let's jump into it right now. Is there a LK Season 2 tier list? I mean, if you like the video, we can talk about it.
Let me forget, some people are not black, so they will not understand that I have lotion in my room. S minus, that's usually what I do.
Somebody said the weird.
Instead, I had to...
Yeah, Soul is counterpick? Really? Yeah, Soul is counterpick? That's interesting. I would say Faust is counterpick.
I will definitely hear the argument from somebody where Axel is more of a counter pick than like a niche pick.
Axel's very niche. Pot's very niche. Anji's pretty niche too. These three, I think I agree with these three for them being niche.
I actually think probably Potemkin is the worst character. I don't think Anji's the worst character. I think probably Potemkin is the worst character.
I actually think Axel's the worst character, to be honest with you. If you want me to keep an honest buck, and the reason why I say that is because at least Potemkin has that one chance. Axel has no chances. Bro, it's crazy because if you guys remember what Mike Ross said, as the game progresses, Axel will fall lower and lower on the tier list to the point where he's the worst character of the game. he made it. He said in release patch. He said that on release patch. This is when Axel was out here winning. Everybody was like, "Yo, Axel top 5." He was like, "Nope." As the game progressed, he said Axel gonna become the worst character of the game. Yeah, he did, bro. Mike Ross be on some futuristic. He's from Ghost Recon. All right, he's the recon. He's recon man. So far, I agree with these three. I mean, at this point, when you're like bottom 3, it doesn't matter who's the worst. But I just think my opinion, I think Axel's the worst. I'm not going to disagree with LK said he thinks Potemkin's the worst, but because it don't matter. At the end of the day, y'all both trash.
Relevant. I'll take an argument for Soul being relevant.
Thank you. I respect that. I respect he's open to that because I definitely think Soul is relevant. I think the reason why Soul players is not winning now is because the best Soul player don't play this game as a main game, and I feel like most of the other Soul players they fall short in a lot of situations. But I don't think they're bad players. I just think they fall short. My thought process is probably not a lot of experience, or they just like to just do crazy, unsafe. Most people fall into the same category as like everybody else. It's like doing something that you know damn well you shouldn't be doing right here because your character archetype is not that. Having a 3-frame 5K, that anti-airs, and a good challenge button. I dare you to jump on Soul. Yeah, I do agree that I think his matchups that are like that he used to smoke, it's not as free. I would say that his matchups definitely got harder. You know, he used to beat Kai pretty badly. I don't think he beat Kai as bad anymore.
My main thing about Soul right now, they have kept him very normal. And they have introduced a lot of characters that are not normal.
Yes, so but that's the same argument for Kai too. Kai and Soul, normal, even May, but May has a little bit of abnormal, but like Dolphin. And how is Kai relevant? If Soul is not relevant, then I feel like Kai shouldn't be relevant too because they are the same character. Soul is just slightly better than Kai in the same standard game plan.
So I will try to summarize why I think she's here and not relevant. So there's a few issues. One, I think she still loses to Leo. 2, I think she loses on her own offense. When you are doing your block string, your opponent can like defend against it during your block string, pick something, and like get a reward for hitting you.
That is the biggest issue for a lot of characters. Yes. Which is basically Kai, by the way. You know that's a character that everybody say is broken. That's Kai. That's literally Kai. Everybody say how broken he is. That's literally Kai. Literally, I've seen people who play Kai. They'll do 5K, random 6K. You know that even though like it's scared to hit a button, you can hit a button if you decide to and it works. You get in. You get rewarded.
So
Yeah.
Milia has it like extra bad though because she is not able to attack safely from ranges where other characters can. And of course,
Yeah. I remember when this game came out, you said only some characters get to play Guilty Gear. Yo, did you remember? Yeah, you remember that, right? And people said I was capped. Now listen to everybody. Everybody's finally made it to the elevator I was in like, a year ago, which I'm very happy for because I mean it's fine. But I think the problem is I'm fine with them doing these changes, but let it be for everybody else. I'm fine with the changes, but let it be for everybody.
This tier, I think, is the ideal balance.
Yes, I agree with that. That's what's crazy, guys. This didn't change. We've been dealing with this for 2 years, except Soul. Yeah, except Soul. Soul got hit. Yeah, Zato took Soul's spot. But you know what's funny about Zato? Even though Zato, in my opinion, is top 5, he don't win matchups. You know what I'm saying? He's not top 5 because he wins matchups. He's top 5 because literally when you kill Eddie, he comes back so fast that like you don't even have time to go get Zato. Like I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you one thing. One change that would make Zato not top tier anymore, in my opinion. And when I mean top tier, I mean like just bro, like anytime you do like the setups, all that is real. Everything is real. And to get out of it is a risk. The Eddie players are now smart enough. They know like, okay, I'm gonna do something that isn't, that you could kill Eddie here, but guess what? I'm gonna spin meter. I'm gonna hit you for like, 20%, 25%, but my combo lasts so long that all I gotta do is hit you and play neutral for like 2 more seconds and Eddie is back. That's how the Eddie players are now playing now. Yep, 2 seconds of neutral. Yep, and then matching 2P. Now I'm not saying like it's easy. This is not a complaint of if it's being easy or brain dead. But what I am saying is when you get to a certain level with Zato, and that's the strategy you have to play, it becomes a flowchart. It becomes a flowchart on how to get your Eddie back. But Zato doesn't he's not beating these characters, but his offense is so brolic and he does mad damage that bro, all he needs is 1. Why you think people are using 5D now with Zato? You think all of a sudden like, oh man, like, this execution? Nah, dog. This is a good topic right here.
So there's Kyle. So basically the way I feel about Kyle is like, take Milia. Let's use Milia. So it's still Milia, right? So she moves around the screen instant speed. She has really good mix-ups. When she knocks you down, you can't interact. Kyle loses from his own offense. That, no matter what, that sucks. That
told you.
Like again, it's fair.
Told you, bro. You hit somebody, but then when you start pressure on the game becomes they win. They get a chance to win. That's why you guys see me back up. When I put opponents in the corner, I put the opponents in the corner and then I just back up. It's because the closer I stay, the higher the chance of them getting something lucky and winning and snowball.
So even though they made a bunch of these things safer, like Dire Claire is more safe and stuff like that, in the end he's still minus like almost all the time.
Yes.
So even though he got a bunch of good stuff, the only like a BS thing that got buffed is like
JD.
Got buffed.
JD's pretty ignorant too.
Okay. Then you have Goldlewis.
This is a good one I want to talk
thank
about.
God that Goldlewis is not winning tier, first of all.
He almost there.
How many times have we seen somebody trying to stagger jabs and then like Zato back throws you in the corner, right? Or someone does close slash and they dash to try to push a turn. Leo does HDP into sway. We've seen this many times. This sucks, right? It is really bad. And drone neither goes away on block or on hit, which is incredibly scrubby. I played Milia.
It's actually the most scrubbiest move in the game, bro. It beat Beyblade. It just won. What Goldlewis players do is like, oh, I'm just losing. Just Thunderbolt. Oh man, I got hit by DP. But guess I'm holding forward.
The thing is, Goldlewis gets multiple chances per round because security meter builds passively.
Yeah, so security. I'm mad that the resource is called security, bro. Because that's exactly what it is. When you're playing, and you got security with Goldlewis.
Gio, even though she's a strike throw character, and a lot of like the strike throw characters, not all of them, but many of them have the issue of, oh, you can lose on your own offense. Gio in particular was really good at not letting this happen. But now it's harder for her to do it than before. Like, They basically are forcing her to commit a little bit more.
I think people don't talk about the biggest change that she got. The fact that if you block and she has 50 meter, she does chip damage. I'm surprised that that is not a big thing to talk about. I'm not sure if the chip damage increases off the specials when she has 50 meter as well. I'm not sure.
Testament. So Testament, this character, I've been playing. So I have not played this character in July.
Testament is definitely the coolest. Baiken's pretty cool too, like reveal wise.
Our main blessing is that just not a lot of strong players play Testament. Like,
yep, that's true.
Most of the Testament players in particular, compared to characters like Leo and stuff, they're like really autopilot with the zoning, and if they were like a little bit more measured, it would be so much harder. It would be so much harder.
I honestly think that's the reason why we don't see a lot of Goldlewis, we don't see a lot of Testament, we don't see a lot of Baiken. It's because those characters, like if you just turn off the autopilot just for 1 second, you'll see how broken these characters are. You know, like you'll see how up it is. So up. It's good to hear that he feels the same for Baiken too.
Her damage is good, her meter building is good, her mix is good. Once she catches you, it's troublesome.
Bro, one throw. She has the best strike throw in the game.
This character, I basically refuse to hear that he's not a good character, honestly.
I don't think he's the back. I think he's good.
The main issue, outside the obvious one, because everyone's going to be like, well, he dies if he gets hit. Okay.
Everybody
does.
Yes,
we all know. He can lose from his own offense. The real big issue is the one I've been repeating, is he can lose from his own offense. So even though his offense is good, besides that, I think he's strong in like every aspect of the game.
Yep, I agree.
Last is winning characters. Woo! Zato is a very unique one.
Damn, Latimo, you just coming up in here? Did you only come here so you could get been on the YouTube for the sub? Is that why you here, bro? You over there too? Is that what you setting up? You setting yourself up over here, bro? I see you, dog. Nah, I'm playing with you, brother.
He does have a bunch of issues, but all he does is win. That's it. He's just so good at winning because one, he does a ton of damage on everything. Two, he can convert neutral into 50-50s. And three, he doesn't lose on his own offense. I think the biggest thing is that he doesn't lose on his own offense. And
he doesn't. That's Guilty Gear. If you watch every Guilty Gear in every game, most of the time when they get the knockdown, it's like, oh, shit. Oh, he got the hit. Oh, it's a wrap. Like you got to be really good to get out of that. Now you can keep chancing until you finally get it right, and then you hit me, and I take a massive amount of damage. That's my problem with damage being so high right there. Like the fact that some characters lose on their own offense, it makes the opponent not really not deal with it or ever learn. And it becomes a chore. That's why I don't like damage being high, because it promotes gameplay like that.
You have to worry about Nobiru. Nobiru, if you jump, GG. If you get hit, GG. If you block, 50-50 or pressure. If you get hit by drills, GG. If you block it, he just runs up. Pierce is immediate RPS, and at max range, the RPS is different than point blank. And then if you pull up and he does a pose and you press the wrong button, you're dead. You're just dead.
Technically, he has one risk. He has to get Eddie out safely. Once Eddie is out safely, there's no risk anymore.
Leo is another one that we see all the time. Leo is like Baiken, but proven, essentially, where he is strong in every phase of the game. Like, his neutral is godlike, his block string offense is godlike, his defense is godlike. He can actually lose from his block string offense. It just takes a very skilled player to do. And then, even if you're right, like let's say you gambled with like Giovanna. Well, cool. Now you're a strike throw character against Leo.
Yep.
Leo can definitely win from his defense because he has HDP. Yep.
That's the problem against Leo. It's like now everybody's a strike throw character against a character with a flash kick. Yep, and a flash kick that gives him a hard knockdown. Also, the thing is that LK didn't talk about specifically is that most people who take their turn back, especially against Leo in particular, when you take your turn back against Leo, he's not taking a lot of damage. It's like, say for example, you try to take your turn back against Leo, you're not doing massive damage. You're doing like 2K, 2D, 5P, 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 maybe 6P here and there. But he has so much life. So when you do that so many times, it doesn't matter.
The only thing she does not have in common with the other four characters is that she wins less. I feel like she's kind of like the opposite of Zato, where like she has a laundry list of strengths and not many weaknesses, but she just doesn't perform as well.
I wonder why Ramlethal players don't perform. with this character? Is it because she is so broken that you can't control yourself? You think because she's linear, that's why? I mean, even though she's predictable, her predictability is nothing you can do about it. If I'm gonna hit this slash button, even if you know it's coming, you ain't gonna do anything about it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when this forward slash coming at you, Snow Soldier? You gonna block. You gonna sit your ass down there, you gonna block.
Happy Chaos, high skill 4 character, but once you clear skill 4, I think this character is like just super brain dead. I feel like it takes a skilled HC to actually make zoning work well in this version because of some concentration changes.
I don't agree that you need to be a skillful Happy Chaos player to make the zoning Happy Chaos work. I don't agree with that. All it takes is to sit in training mode for a few seconds and keep in mind of how much meter costs at certain ranges. And it is that easy. You have a move that builds your concentration up max. That alone removes the skill. If I'm zoning you full screen with 50 meter and I just do the headache, are you telling me that takes thought? That takes like no, that's a flow chart. Now you can't just do it instantly for free anymore. I'm just saying, like, you do the headache and then you, I got a massive headache because I'm losing my meter. So, boom. To a degree, it takes a smart player to acknowledge that they cannot flowchart here. I'm using this as a better word. It takes a little bit of awareness. That doesn't mean it takes skill. It just takes a little bit of awareness. And like, from a player decision, that's good. But I'm not going to sit here and think that, that is a skill. No, that just takes awareness. That's common things that you have to learn about your character. That's a common flaws of the character that you have to know. When you play a character, you got to know the pros and the cons. And then the fact of the matter, even when he's not zoning you, he's reloaded from full screen. So he don't even need his zone. He gets his bullets back. He good. So even if he's not zoning from that rush, he's getting his bullets back. And that is instant. And the first thing they run into is 2K because it low profiles most mid moves. So no, it doesn't take skill, but it takes a good amount of player awareness that I will agree on. I will agree that it takes some player awareness. Yes, a player has to be aware of what they're doing in those situations. This feels like the Johnny debate all over again. Whoa, really? Really? Were we complaining about Johnny like this? I'm gonna be honest with you. There was only one Johnny that won every tournament. For the past 2 years. Omido will go to at least, I think he won 13 tournaments in a row in the span of 2 years, guys. He went to 13 tournaments in a row and he won all 13 tournaments. And he won Arc Revo. We all agree that Johnny was broken. We were like, yo, Johnny is crazy. Again, Mistfighter didn't start at round start. Mistfighter didn't start 3/4 of the screen. If you said Elfel, I would have been like, okay, I understand. But Johnny, no.
So that's it. That's all the characters, okay? There are certain characters like Axel being potentially counterpick, Soul being potentially relevant, Faust being potentially counterpick, and then Chip, Baiken, and Testament being potentially winning. So there's a lot of flexibility with how I built this list, basically.
That was good. Yeah, I only disagree about Soul too. I replaced that with Faust, in my opinion. That was actually really good. That was actually a pretty good list. So thank you for that. Thank you for wanting me to watch that video. That was a good video.